some of you talked about the problems about democracy and making a political change. Would there be other kinds of political systems that would be more able to act more rapidly? Or what are your thoughts about that? Because usually I like democracy a lot.
Who do I address your questions?
You or you?
King?
Shall I go first this time? The obvious answer to that question is to say, let's have a look at China. And China, you know, the whole point of what I'm saying is that if we still only had 1.5 billion people on the planet's surface, we wouldn't be having to discuss these problems. China is the one country that has taken extreme action in terms of containing its population, and their action, their one child per family action, has probably removed 0.35 billion people from the planet's population. So it's been remarkably successful. And you would have to say that it's unlikely that any democratic country could have introduced what appears to be such a draconian policy, but a very important policy that they managed to introduce. And again, in China, just to sing the virtues of dictatorship, they have managed to grow their economy at 12% per annum, with a massive proportion of that going into reinvestment into the future development of China. So they have been able to invest money in education, infrastructure, and so on, to a level that normally under democracy would be very difficult, because consumers want to be consumer spenders. Having said all of that, I am not advocating dictatorship. I think democracy is slow, painfully slow sometimes. I think from John Hofmeister you heard how a particular democratic system can be quite sluggish. I mean, the nature of Europe, of course, is also sluggish, by the way. And we mustn't forget that America is the United States of America, and that's a big issue in democracy there. And we in Europe, with our 27 nations, have a lot of difficulty in reaching agreement. So democracy is difficult, but let's stick with it.
Thank you. Somebody want to comment on this? Yeah.